Good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. Let's take some centering breaths in. Those are those deep belly breaths where we're breathing in through our nose and exhaling through our mouth. Couple more centering breaths. So we'll move into our quiet time now as we slowly begin to breathe naturally in and out through our mouths, in and out through our noses. Just following that breath. Allowing your thoughts to pass by. Any rushes today, any upsets carried over from the previous day. All of those are just thoughts. We're just choosing to be in this space right now. We're choosing this space of peace and calmness. Breathing in, breathing out. Letting those thoughts just pass. Always having our intention situated that we're going to follow our breath. No matter what internal noise or external noise we hear. We keep gently bringing our focus and attention back to our breath. Just letting go. Letting go of the continuous flow of thoughts. Accepting and allowing. Thoughts are going to come. We just let them go. And just know this is an investment in yourself. You're investing the time for your peace, for your joy, for your happiness. For your health and well-being. And when you're ready, put a little smile on your face. Like you're hiding something, like you have a secret to tell. And you do have a secret to tell, because you know inner peace. So when you're ready, Allow your eyes to open. Oh, it's so good to see your beautiful, beautiful faces. We are gonna finish up through this little book I've been working on. It's called Mindfulness in the Classroom, and it's really for us, and at the same time it's a great way to incorporate it into the classroom. So it's a way we get to practice when all the kids come back, to keep this practice going, with the no excuses. So we've talked about this idea of stress reduction, and again we're combining what we do with how we could incorporate this into the classroom, no matter what age. And this is a toolbox that no size fits all. Okay, you decide what you bring, what you're going to take, and you leave the rest there. We've been talking about deep breathing. Today, we're going to continue on with deep breathing, and then we're going to leave it for the rest of the week. We learned about the box breathing. Okay. We learned to breathe in slowly through our nose, to hold it, to exhale slowly through our nose, and to also hold that. So that is just a perfect thing that you can always start, even in the library, right? And anybody we're working with one-on-one, we can always start that right away. So it's a great way to just always start things out. Um, and so what I want you to do is we're going to take a look at something at the ocean today. Okay, we're going to take a little virtual field trip. And what I want you guys to do is I want you to just close your eyes. Just close your eyes. And for 30 seconds, we're just going to listen to the sound of the ocean. Beautiful. Now, go ahead and open your eyes. And with your mindful eyes, just use our mind to hear, having all of our attention and focus on what you're hearing. Now, you can mindful eyes just about 30 more seconds. In silence, just keep focused on the wave. Yeah, so using your mindful eyes and your mindful ears, you're really in tune, you're connecting with that. Now, by no means am I a professional. Okay, these are just my opinions, and I'm going to teach you today. And some of you may already, I'm going to share with you. Some of you already may know this type of breathing. It's called ocean breath. Again, it's another way for deep breathing. And the best way I can explain to you to this is my experience. And I didn't know anything about this ocean breath. All I know is that it came to me out of my own necessity. I think you've heard me tell my story before, standing in line at Stater Brothers, learning to reprogram my behaviors. And one of the things I had to do was, I was that person who shouted out, who was a very angry person, and I I wanted everybody to know because I couldn't handle that inside. So I was like not probably the nicest person there was. So this particular breathing emerged out of me because I was retraining myself in my brain. So I would stand in line, and instead of doing what I always did, right, I had to make a choice to do something different, because what I was doing wasn't working. So I would stand in line, and instead of spewing out my verbal vomit, I would breathe in and I would breathe in, you know, and I would hear the sound at the back of my throat because it was all the mumble jumble stuff that I really wanted to say. And then I would breathe out through my nose, more mumble jumble stuff that I wanted to say. So I would start to hear all of the mumble jumble stuff. Well, lo and behold, I didn't realize this was a real thing. Okay, it's called ocean breath, which I had no idea it was called ocean breath. And then on top of that, it's really a yoga term, which I had no clue until I took a breathing class like 3 months ago, and they're like, yeah, it's called Ujjayi Breath. I'm like, what the heck is that? And they taught me how to do it. And I said, well, that's this ocean breath thing. And it sounds like Darth Vader and all this other stuff. And and then I realized that, we all know the same thing, but we don't know where we've picked that up. And again, I had never heard this until all of this came into my awareness. So for we have two short little videos. This one is, I put it in the chat box. I love the way she explains it. It's 2 minutes. It's about this ocean breath. And I like the way she does it. So go ahead and catch in on it.
A powerful breathing exercise you can easily do at work or home is known as the ocean breath. This provides a slower, controlled breath that helps to increase the amount of oxygen for your body, decrease the effects of stress, and calm your mind to rejuvenate and invigorate you for better energy, clarity, and focus. With a tall and upright spine, in a sitting or standing position, constrict your throat by creating a gentle tension with the throat muscles, and begin to inhale deeply through the nose such that the breath makes an ocean-like sound as it enters. Keep the throat constricted as you exhale out through the nose, and have the inhalations and exhalations equal each other in duration. It will sound something like this. The constricting of the throat forces the breath to slow down, helping to create a calmer state of being and enhanced well-being. Practice this breathing exercise for several breaths or as long as you like throughout each day.
So I like the way she does it, because she also talks a lot about how how you can just do it anywhere. And again, I did it standing in line, okay, because that's what I needed for me. And it could just be maybe when something emerges, you start to practice that. And again, one size does not fit all. And then our wonderful Judy Muskillman introduced us to Adrienne. And I really like the way she explains it too. I also put her in the chat box. We're just going to listen to about 2 or 3 minutes of it. And basically what she's going to tell us is how to actually start it. Because I couldn't, by that lady that we just heard, I really didn't understand how that you hear that sound in the back. And what Adrienne will explain to us is, we'll start with our mouth. You'll breathe in slowly through your mouth. And then as you breathe out, you're going to be using like you're fogging up a mirror through your mouth. So you can even take your hand as a mirror and come out and say, that's the way you practice it in the beginning. And then slowly you'll close your mouth and you'll hear that same sound. And again, I use this for when I'm really, let's say, stressed out, when I have that upset, because we're all going to go through the ups and downs of life. And they come, okay? They even come to the most, the Zen people that you look at and go, oh, they don't have a care in the world. They do. They just have all these little tools in their toolbox that you don't know they're doing. When they close their eyes, they might be doing square breathing. They might be doing the ocean breath, because only you can hear it. So we'll just watch her for a couple minutes, and then we will finish up. Let's go back to that slide.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Yoga with Adriene. I am Adriene, and today we are going to learn a basic breath that we do in yoga called the Ujjayi Breath. It's also referred to as the victorious breath, but it's an audible breath, an internal sound that we can use to anchor the busy mind in on. Also really widely used in flow yoga, which is quite popular these days. And just a beautiful breath because it's energizing and calming all at once. So hop on the mat and let's learn Ujjayi. Okay, so to begin, we're going to come into a comfortable seat of your choice. This can be in a chair, this can be against a wall, we can come into Sukhasana, the easy pose. A nice, comfortable place where we can find a little bit of ease and perhaps a little bit of a lift in the heart here as we learn Ujjayi Breath. Peeling my skin up off my mat there, sorry. Looping the shoulders, forward, up, and back. Find that lift in the heart. And just notice your natural breath here. The natural ebb and flow. You can close your eyes if you want. Just first bringing our attention to the natural breath. Then we'll begin to deepen the breath by taking a nice, sweet inhale in through the nose. And exhale, let it out through the mouth. So I'm inhaling completely through the nose. And then I'm relaxing my jaw and almost creating a ha sound as I breathe out. Let's try it again. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale, ha sound, breathe out. Now sometimes we'll ask students to bring their hand up, inhale in through the nose, and exhale, feel the breath as you exhale out. It's a warm breath. Inhale, cool air in. Exhale with sound out. Now we can release the hand, ditch the hand, and practice that just a couple more times. Inhale, full breath in through the nose. Exhale, open mouth, ha. There's an image of maybe fogging up the window here, drawing a little heart or I love you or writing a secret message. So inhale in through the nose and exhale, fogging up the window here as we breathe out. So Ujjayi is an audible breath. Granted, this is an internal breath, so an internal sound. I do think it's nice to be in public class and hear the sound of the person's breath next to you. I think it's inspiring, and the breath is something that connects all of us. But this doesn't have to be a really loud sound in the end. This can be a soft internal sound that we can use in yoga to allow the mind to anchor on. So a soundtrack for our practice. Because ultimately our goal for yoga is to synchronize the breath, of course, with the movement. And we can use this Ujjayi breath to quiet the mind, letting the mind literally anchor in this breath practice or this pranayama, Ujjayi. So now, taking it a step further, we're going to do the exhale but with the lips closed. So the jaw will stay relaxed, but I'm going to bring my awareness now to the back of the throat. This is sometimes referred to as the Darth Vader breath, and I love that because it's so true. It's this Darth Vader sound as we breathe in and out. It's a slight restriction in the back of the throat, hissing sound, if you will, where we let the breaths kind of swirl around in the back of the throat on the inhale and the exhale out. So it's a little bit hard to explain, but let's just try practicing Ujjayi breath here now with the lips closed. So we'll inhale deeply in through the nose, finding that sound, that restriction in the back of the throat. And exhale, same thing as we did before, but now with the lips closed. Let's try it again. Inhale. So for beginners, it's easier to practice with the mouth open. And you might want to, mid-exhale, close the lips just to get a sense of how to transition to the Ujjayi. with the lips closed. So for instance, I'll inhale in. I can release the hand. Inhale in. Exhale, start with the mouth open. And midway, close the lips. Really feeling that breath swirl around in the back of the throat. Just
Yeah, so you can go ahead and watch the rest of her on the site that I added. And again, you know, these deep breathings are tools that we can use, box breathing, all those things in the classroom, the ocean breath, it, something you can use if you feel like you're starting to get a little anxiety, or you really want to focus in on letting all those thoughts go in your mind. You have to decide. Okay, you have to decide what's right for you. So on Wednesday, we're going to talk about another way of stress releasing, and that is working on silence and how important that is in our life. And so thank you for your grace of letting me go over a couple minutes, but I just think she explains it perfectly. And I thought that that would be a good way to share. So anyway, thank you for being here and being a light in my life.